on, y'all.
And we got a Mr. this round with some swagger. I remember watching the Daily, and I called Colman. I said, "You riding that horse?"
Yeah. He rode that horse. Yes, he did.
Yeah, you riding that horse and playing that banjo and talking at the same time.
It looked like you was pimp walking.
Talk about you understood the assignment.
Listen, I was charged to really take a look at this character in a very new way. How can we make him as complicated and human, and also for him to be a dreamer as well, as someone who may have had his dreams deferred.
Yes.
And this is why he puts his foot on the neck of someone else. So we can understand how hurt people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So he's just not villainized, and you can just write him off. You know, you have to actually look at him and find that arc, and also that helps support her arc of like the redemption arc, where she has enough grace to forgive her oppressor.
But Marcus Gardley, our wonderful writer, gave you an opportunity through the character to be able to express his humanness. That moment coming out of the jute when you and you all have that loving moment.
We have a moment where you finally see an opportunity where there could have been tenderness and softness. But because of toxic masculinity, there's just that one small moment with Corey and I, where suddenly you see that possibility of what the father and son could have been. But then he dismisses that and continues to go off. And so that's part of his journey.
I have to say, Alice Walker came to visit us on set one day. Oh my goodness. And that was a nerve-wracking day. Because you go, the Oracle is here, you know?
What did you show her?
I showed this moment you talk about. Where Mr. Laces head on Harpo's chest and says, you done good, boy. You done good. And that moment, I hear sobbing behind me. And I go, oh, it could mean one of two things. Either I have screwed up royally, and Alice Walker is upset, or I have moved the woman who wrote this beautiful work to tears. And she wrapped her hand around me, laid her head on my shoulder, and sobbed.
And that takes me to that iconic dinner scene. Like, what was that filming process like?
2 moments of that dinner scene that I am deeply moved by. One is the arc that you play.
Yes.
From that laugh to that cry. I mean, my God. And then the last moment is when everybody leaves that table and it's just you and Lou Gossett Jr.
The great Lou Gossett.
That was powerful.
The legendary. And the camera just stays with the two of you. And I think in that moment, we observe what this whole mess has been about. Generational trauma.
I love your passion. You're so passionate about it. It comes through. Now, Oprah, I have to ask you, what was it like seeing that scene and you portraying that scene? You know what I mean?
Oh, back in 1985, we also shot for 3 days that scene. And you know, you start out with a big dinner table. By the 3rd day, the peas are going rancid. I could smell them. Y'all need to change these peas out of here. But it was the day that I most remember that I became an actress. Because I had sat there for 3 days, just literally rocking in the chair and giving myself over to the character. And I was the last person shot at the table of the 3 days. And I only had one line and ended up ad-libbing the other line. So I had one line where Harpo says, how you feeling, how you doing, Miss Sophia? And I said, doing all right. And then I continued to rock. And Stephen said, tell us how you felt when you saw Miss Seeley in the store. And I just started to ad-lib when I seen you in that store, Miss Seeley, that day, And so that, I remember that as the day that's the day
Thank you for sharing that with us. Did you share any of that? Did you pull from any of that?
I was moved, and there was moments that we were looking to cut certain things, and we were, you know, doing table work. And I just kept telling Blitz, we have to keep this part in. We have to really, of course, give reverence to Sophia, but to also honor that moment that you found. That is that's the rebirth of Sophia. And I just feel like that's legacy. Everybody need to know that, you know. It's so important.
It's a part of us all.
If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit JenniferHudsonShow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.